All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today we're tackling a topic where the stakes, well, they literally couldn't be higher. Working safely when you're off the ground. And listen, this isn't just about ticking boxes or following rules. It's about survival. So let's just start with a number. 40%. Just let that sink in for a second. Nearly 40% of all fatalities in construction are from falls. That's not just a statistic. That's a massive, massive number. And behind every single one of those percentage points, real people, real families.
So that leads to this question, right? What if the most serious accidents, the really bad ones, were also the most preventable? Well, here's the thing. They are. This isn't just a statistic. It's a call to action. Because almost every single one of these tragedies could have been avoided. See, safety has nothing to do with luck. It's all about preparation and focus. Period.
Okay, so let's get into it. Why does this matter so much? We've got to face the reality of the risk every time you step off the ground.
I love this statement. Complacency is a bigger threat than gravity. Think about that. Gravity, it's always there. We know how it works. It's predictable. But complacency, that's the real killer. It's that voice in your head when you've done a job 100 times telling you, you can skip that check just this once. It's the moment you forget that the danger is always right there. That's why your mindset, staying focused, is your absolute best defense.
All right, so let's build on that idea. Because the most important work, believe it or not, happens before your feet even leave the ground. This is the real foundation of safety. And it all starts with this simple 3-step check every single time. Doesn't matter if the job is big or small. Step 1, identify the hazards. Just look around. What could go wrong here? Step 2, evaluate the risks. Okay, so how likely is that to happen? And if it does, how bad is it going to be? And finally, step 3, the most important one. Implement controls. What are you actually going to do about it to make sure it doesn't happen? And that brings us to this. The best safety tool is a well-checked plan. I mean, how true is that? Your plan isn't just some paperwork you have to fill out. It's not a formality. It is, without a doubt, the most important safety tool you've got. It's the blueprint for a safe job. Okay, next up, let's talk about your gear. This stuff is way more than just equipment. It's your lifeline, and you absolutely have to understand it and treat it with the respect it deserves. Now, the key word here is system. See, it's not just about the harness you're wearing. It's a system of components. Your harness, your lanyard, and your anchor point. They all have to work together perfectly. And here's the kicker. If just one of those parts fails or isn't used right, the whole thing fails. It's all or nothing. There are no partial saves here. And this right here, this is the difference between life and death. You've got two choices. A proper inspection where you check every single strap, every buckle, every stitch for wear and tear. Or a quick glance. That casual look that assumes everything's okay because it was okay yesterday. That quick glance is how fatal flaws get missed. I mean, your life literally depends on you taking the time to do a proper, thorough check. So, you've got your plan, you've inspected your gear, you're ready to go up. But what happens once you're actually at height? Well, there are some simple, and I mean absolutely non-negotiable rules for how you work up there.
This table pretty much sums it up. Let's look at the do's. 3 points of contact at all times. You know the drill. 2 feet and a hand or 2 hands and a foot. Always. And secure your tools. The last thing you want is a wrench falling from 30 feet up. Now for the don'ts, and these are huge. Don't overreach, ever. If you can't reach it, move the ladder, move the lift. It's that simple. And, use your head. If the wind picks up or it starts pouring rain, it's time to get down. The job can wait.
If you remember nothing else, remember these 3 words: stable, secure, safe. It should be like a mantra, a constant checklist running in your head. Before you move, before you reach, ask yourself, am I stable? Is my gear secure? Is this choice safe? That little internal conversation is what keeps you focused. It's what keeps you alive.
Okay, let's pull all of this together. Because what we've been talking about this whole time, it isn't just a list of rules or the gear you wear. It's bigger than that. It's a professional mindset. It's an attitude you bring to the job every single day.
So, what are the big takeaways here? What do you absolutely need to remember? First, always plan before you climb. Second, trust your gear, but only after you've inspected it yourself. Third, remember that your attention, your focus, is your single best safety tool.
And last, but definitely not least, this isn't just about you. You have a responsibility to yourself and to every single person on your team. So I'll leave you with this one question to think about. What's the one thing you're going to really check, before you start work tomorrow? Because that's how it starts. You make safety a real, conscious habit, not just something you think about. And that one small, deliberate action, that's what makes all the difference. That's what gets you home safe. It's what gets your whole team home safe every single day.